Oh, hello.
Hello.
We didn't see you there.
Didn't know you were there.
Good Friday to you, Jonathan Range.
Good Friday to you, Paul Mellon Inquiry Litchfield.
Yes, well, after last week's filthy,
It was, as Mary Whitehouse would say, disgusting.
it was absolutely disgraceful.
I
After
can
that
still see it.
filth, even though it's 35 nudging 36, I'm wearing shorts. Which
You're not. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Don't worry, we'll take your word for it.
No, I am. Just genuine shorts. Nothing to worry about, everyone. Shorts. Just shorts. Just shorts.
The soldiers are in the barracks, everybody. Don't worry.
They certainly are, but they've all gone a bit AWOL.
Oh. One of them passed out. One of them passed out in the mess.
Yes, one of them got shot for deserting. I don't know how that works.
Leaving dessert everywhere.
How does your testicle desert you?
Well, it leaves desserts. Sex desserts.
Sex desserts.
Yeah.
Well, it's Friday night. It's BBC Two. It's time for sex desserts.
With me.
Hello. Well,
Bob Harris.
this week I'll be making a pair of tits blancmange and a massive cock out of chocolate.
And I'll be making a Fanny Craddock.
So how are everyone? How are our viewers? How have we all been?
Well, everybody's happy. They say you can relax, Paul. There will be no gift making tonight. However, I did make a lot of money on that gift that I put up on OnlyFans. That must be something on the dark web that I don't know about.
You must have made upwards of 20 shekels.
Oh, I wouldn't like to think about it. The IRA did the drums.
Tim, straight in.
I'll let you have that, Tim. It's funny.
Straight in with a fact.
I like it's the IRA. It's not like just one person.
Yeah, the IRA. That's the way my nan used to say about people, like, the IRA did something the other week. You know?
Mm-hmm.
She used to speak that way about the Cornish, because we're on the Devon-Cornwall border. Sure. She'd be like, the Cornish are being a bit funny again about sausages. More context, Nan, if you will.
It's because they want to soar themselves off of England, isn't it, and float away to their own land.
An independent land.
Yeah, with a black and white flag.
Known as Atlantis. Yeah, they got that black and white piratey flag, which is a bit sort of fun.
They have like bumper stickers to say, hands off our pasties.
Yeah, and our custard. And our clotted cream.
And our tin mines.
Yeah. Which are now redundant.
Especially since the Diddy men were made redundant after Ken Dodd's death. Oh no, they worked in the treacle mines, didn't they?
Treacle mines, not the tin mines, John. Come on. Come on.
That's right. Treacle mines is very different. That's where you have sex with people.
The treacle mine. That's where you go. That's where you go if the weather when you're dogging is very inclement. You go into the treacle mines, it's warmer there.
Yeah, sure. And that's where P. Diddy came from. He was one of Ken Dodd's Diddy men, of course.
Yeah, he was the original Diddy man that then went off to seek his own fortune.
He was the OD.
Yeah, with his tickling stick.
Polyester Gibbs is back amongst us. Hello, Polyester.
Hi, Polyester Gibbs.
Good to see you up and about again after your...
Oh, and we have a many happy returns to Katie. Well, we were going to do this a bit later on, but since it's been thrown into the ether, here's a message from old Terry Wogan. Now, we're not playing Supermatch yet. In fact, old Tell's come on down from Cloud 9. to wish a certain Katie Cook a happy birthday. It's her birthday tomorrow, actually, so what old Tell's saying now is almost redundant. Unsure of her age, old Katie's age, we don't know what she is. 21 again.
21
again. But listen, folks, old Katie, she's been through the mill. Not only has she been through the mill, she's been through the floss as well. Poor old Katie, she had problems with her old kidneys. Oh, sorry, I'll say that again. Her kidneys. Problem with the old kidneys. Yes, blank or blanks, rhesus. Well, you fill in the blanks. She had problems with her kidneys, poor old Katie. Dramatically so. She went through the mill, poor old Katie. In fact, she needed a transplant. That's how bad it became. In fact, she got a transplant. Thank the Lord she got a transplant, but it was from George Best. So it was 98% proof and didn't take. Luckily, her brother stepped in. Her amazing brother, and actually donated himself. And she's been doing very well ever since. But of course, it's been touch and go for a while. And now during the era of COVID, as we call it, which I believe will be a new age. That's how we will refer to COVID. We're the Iron Age, the Bronze Age, the Stone Age.
The Age of Aquarius.
Refer to it, the Age of Aquarius. We'll call it the COVID Age.
Oh.
But anyway, she's been struggling a lot through these hard times. She's a big fan of the show. So her lovely husband, a certain chap called Ash Mason, he said, could you wish me beloved wife, old Katie Cook, didn't love him that much to take his last name, could you wish her happy birthday for tomorrow? So that is indeed what old Tell is doing. And can we all wish Katie a happy birthday in the comments? She'd love to hear that. And we had the old JP special wish her all the best. Also, I'd like to make a quick mention. You never guess what old Katie Cook's favourite film is, John.
Cook the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Almost. You're a couple of syllables out there. Okay. It is, in fact, 3 Men and a Little Lady.
Of course.
That's her favourite film of all time. So, quite frankly, not only was her liver fucked, but her mind is also in need of a good seeing to. Happy birthday, Katie.
Happy birthday, Katie. And I'd like to leave you with a message from your favourite film, 3 Men and a Little Lady. Have you brushed your teeth? They do that rap.
Is that from that film?
Yeah, they do a rap for the young child. Turn off your eyes and get that's
turn off your eyes.
That's Tomorrow Never Knows. So happy birthday, Katie, and thank you for sticking with us all the way through these weeks. You and Ash have been consistent friends.
Yeah, you have, and don't you help us? You help us as much as we help you.
I'd like to think of it that way.
Yeah, I like to think of it that way. Isn't it?
Could we have some money? Can we borrow some money from you, please?
Yeah, can we have some cash, please? I've earned £800 in the last 4 months. Please give me some money.
And that was from
I'll do anything. What?
His melon pants strip shows that he's been doing up and down the length and breadths of Pornhub.
I've been doing a variety of citrus-based knob gymnastics, as it's now been known, and. I've made upwards of £4.32.
He had to stop though, because when you were doing the grapefruit, you got a little squirt in the eye, didn't you?
I did. I was hoisted by my own petard.
Oh dear. Well. Oh, there you go. Look, Mr. Rock says Katie's crying. Sorry, Katie. We should have been more nice. Sorry we made you cry.
Did we make you cry?
I made her cry.
That's no good.
I think because you were talking about your pants again. It would make anyone cry.
Well, Katie was the only one with the gumption to say that she thought that last week's Melon Gate was actually erotic. Genuinely erotic.
Citrus-based knob gymnastics. Who died today? Oh, she's crying with joy, Paul. With joy. Who is, of course, her next-door neighbour, who is also...
who fortunately had an accent.
Was it French Fields?
Also, she had an accent with some industrial screeding, and has now got a hairline fracture in her ankle.
Every time she hears a scrape, she goes to the cat flap.
That's a variety of words that almost sound fun.
It nearly made it, didn't it? It nearly made it out the door.
Yeah, it was so close to the fucking hurdle.
DOA.
We will allow it. No, we'll allow that. We will allow that. It's perishingly hot, everyone.
Oh, but you gave me a wonderful idea. Now I am happy. I'm happy. I'm giddy as a schoolboy because you said you were using a fan, and I thought I've got a fan and I could turn it on. I was worried about it interrupting the sound, but it's not.
It's the fact that you didn't even countenance that as an idea.
No, it's lovely. Oh, I feel like a millionaire.
Do you? No. Like millionaire shortbread.
I feel like a piece of shortbread. I feel like a piece of shortbread. I woke up in a bakery. That's what that means.
I love the fact that these are just now non sequiturs of syntax and language, and you then question everything you say. So that's going to get worse throughout the evening, the more drunk John gets. So that's something to look forward to. Do you think we need, because we've got a really, really busy
packed show.
Do you think we need to do something?
Yes.
Shall we start off with a blankety?
I think we should.
There's two of them, isn't there?
There's two of them, and it bookends the evening nicely, I think.
It does.
So let's go for a bit of...
And appearing tonight on
Blankety Blank,
Blankety Blank, David Hamilton,
Blankety Blank,
June Whitfield,
Blankety Blank,
Derek Nimmo,
Blankety Blank,
Wendy Richards,
Blankety Blank,
Kenny Everett, Sally James, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Avast thee, mine hearties, it's old Tell, back down from Cloud 9 once again for a quick game with the old Blankety Blank. Super match, in fact. Now, old Tell can't hang around for too long. He's already on borrowed time, and he came down to wish old Katie Cook a happy birthday for tomorrow. And old Tell's got to pop back up to heaven soon because he's currently with old Larry Grayson. Old Slack Alice himself. Do you know what? Old Larry, he lives on a cloud about 4 clouds down, and he's invited old Tell to come round for a cookery lesson. And he says that he's going to cook me up a storm tonight, but I can't tarry too long because old Larry says that he can't wait to fill me taco to the rim with his 60-year-old dried sausage. Now, we're going to have a game of the old super match now, but if you wish to play eagle-eyed and eagle-digited viewers, you need to type in Wokum. Don't type that. That's BS and no mistake. You need to type in Wogan's Welcome Wench. First one to do so gets to play.
Claire Monty is your player.
Claire Monty, born in the year of 1928 and looking rather good by the avatar.
Not working in a hotel this evening, I see. So.
Oh, is this? Well, now you're going to love this. Here we go. It's super match time now. Now, no one's won this in a fucking age, and the reason is it's very hard. But here we go. This should be an absolute walk in the park tonight. Let's reveal the legend of super match. It is Snooker Blank. Now, as you make up your mind, Claire, let's have a couple of suggestions from myself, old Tell, and from my lovely old guest tonight, John
Noakes
there.
Well, Terry, many people think I'm mad for climbing up Nelson's column, but I say no, I'm just loopy. So snooker loopy from me.
Snooker loopy nuts away, like the old song. Pop the red, then screw back for the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, and black. Oh, yes, wonderful stuff there. John, I don't think you suffer from any mental illness, although why you brought Shep up to the top of Nelson's column is fucking madness.
I wanted to kill him, Terry.
Right. You wanted to drop him off the top of old Admiral Lord Nelson.
Then I wanted to climb down and eat his guts.
Right. Okay. Thank you, John. So it's old Snooker Loopy from John, and I'm going to go with Snooker Q. So nice and simple there. You got old John's Loopy, and old Tell's got a Q. Or you could go with one of your own. Have you made a decision now? Once you've made a decision, let it be known on the screen, and we will reveal the legends as they go from 50 to 100 or the 150 blanks.
Just waiting for Claire to come back with her.
Come on, Claire. Quick swig of the old Ribena.
Have some Ribena while I look for Claire's comment, which is not. I'm not seeing anything at the moment.
That's not tooth kind.
Here we go.
Snooker pants. Oh, yes. Very important when you're playing a professional snooker. Snooker pants. I tell you what, Claire, I know for a fact, because I've seen some of the answers, that you might be in with a shout. Now, here we go. For 50 blanks, I need to pop down the microphone to reveal the legend. And also, you can see the turbulence now because I've got the old fan on. But here we go. For 50 blanks, snooker. Yeah. Disaster. Snooker disaster. When snooker goes horribly wrong and many, many, many people die. Never mind, Claire. You might be able to pick up some points now with your 100 blank. Are you ready? Here we go. For 100 blanks, I'll tell you what, it's so bloody close. Snooker bra! And Claire had snooker pants.
So close.
You remember the old documentaries when you used to see old Ray Reardon, the old Dracula of the billiard table himself, popping on his snooker bra just before he started an old match.
So he kept all his chalk, wasn't it?
Absolutely. He used to chalk his cue on his chalky nipples. That was amazing to see. Chalky nipples, by the way, was a wonderful drag act in the 1960s that we can never speak about again. However,
absolutely wonderful.
150 blanks. Let's see the most popular answer. It was, of course, yes, and you'll kick yourself. It was, of course, that familiar cry of snooker, ole! Snooker, ole! Do you remember it used to be at home and Dad used to say, snooker's on the television, ole!
And we'd all do the snooker wave.
We'd all do the snooker wave, and you'd all rush in. Fools rush in. Of course, so did
Where
Peter
snooker
Pan.
fears the tread.
There you go. We're all snooker. Fears to tread. Well, I tell you what, that was only one of the Supermatch games. And I'm so sorry you didn't win there, my darling. But old Tell will be back soon. He's got to pop up now and get old Grayson's food down him. Let's hope he doesn't get stuck in my old throat. So anyway, I'll see you soon. Adieu!
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
David Hamilton,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
June Whitfield,
blankety blank, blankety
Derek Nimmo,
blank,
Wendy Richards,
blankety blank, blankety blank.
Kenny Everett, Sally Jane.
That'll do. That'll do. That'll do.
That'll do. That'll do.
Well, it was a very interesting and exciting game of Blankety Blank's Supermatch game stroke.
As ever, yeah. As ever. Wonderful.
So, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Your Nikki Lyndhurst performance leaked on the internet last week.
Sublime, wasn't it?
And did everyone in the comments, did you get to see it? I shared it when it leaked on the internet.
I also told John that I also didn't see it because I didn't want to see it, but
I thought you were the best thing in it.
thank you. Yes, and I almost was.
You had a shaved head.
I did, yeah. No, because I'd previously done something else that required that, and so therefore I went into it looking like a young, virile Dominic Cummings.
You did, yeah. So it's good that it's sad that it leaked on the internet, but at least we all got to see it.
Terrible that it got leaked. Yeah, terrible it got leaked. That was, last week was a bit of an emotional week for me. Sorry, this week was a bit of an emotional week. What with the Melon GIF and it's the
Lyndhurst leak.
Lyndhurst leak. Yeah, I have had to talk to my lawyers.
Some people are calling it Melon Gate.
Yes, and I can see why. And I'm so sorry for what happened. I do apologise, but also I don't apologise.
Dwayne says, I prefer Paul as Jake the dog. What does this mean?
Oh, Jake the dog was a character I did on Mr. Sheep Pub. Dog? Mr. That's how much I'm thinking
Sheep
about pubs. Mr. Sheep Pub.
Half man, half sheep, half pub.
It's amazing. You can literally, you send that dog into a field, he comes back 2 minutes later with 5 tequilas. Mr. Sheep Dog. Yeah, it was a kid series I did, which I did a film and 3 TV shows. And it was lovely fun with Mel Gedroyd and Brian Blessed.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gedroyd and Brian Blessed were fucking in this children's program.
The character? No, they were not, John. We were playing Old English sheepdogs.
Ah,
please. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of fucking going on set, but that obviously didn't make the edit.
That was the show where they said it made Caligula look like Blue Peter.
That's the one. The one. Yeah. It used to be on Channel 5's Milkshake.
Oh, I bet it did.
Well, if you like dogs and you like lipsticks, take a look at this episode of Mr. Sheep Pub, where you'll get to see an Alsatian's lipstick.
Warning before this program goes out in air, there is a great deal of fucking in this. So please prepare your children and your homes.
This show is certified a PG because of fucking
lipsticks.
Oh God!
Oh dear!
Mummy, what's that? That's his lipstick, dear.
Is that where you had a crossover with Brum and Brum has sex with the dog?
I'm going to say yes. I'm also going to deny everything. I also did the voice of a crow, which I did as Kenneth Williams, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I did a horse who was a sort of slightly camp Reg Varney. That was nice.
What does that sound like?
I can't remember how I did it, but
I'm interested to hear a camp Reg Varney.
Well, he did. He did a film called The Best. Was it The Best Legs in the Business or something?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just basically did that.
Okay, because he also made the first Withdrawal, and I'm hoping that wasn't in your program.
He did, yeah. He did. Only Wise made the very first Vodafone call.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made it on the One to No One network.
Jimmy Savile revealed his intentions very early on CFAX, but no one.
It was like the Da Vinci Code. You have to break down all the numbers and digits, and
if you press 192, it's just a picture of him jangling condoms and lube in that cubic way. It was just all the clues were there.
Can you imagine trying to tell people about CFAX and teletext now? I mean, like, I don't mean people who were there. I mean, a child, an innocent child. Come here, child, and let me tell you the tale of teletext.
Come here, children. Now I've tied you down. Let me tell you about the equivalent of a ZX Spectrum that was. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, you remember that film 300, where you see all this stuff, and then at the end, it's one of the soldiers telling it post-battle. You know, this is what happened. You could have that, but it'd be someone like with their eye hanging out and an arm missing. Like, oh, I remember CFAX.
They should do a British version of Tron, where it's just
CFAX. God, imagine how cool CFAX would be if you went and met him. He'd look like Wordy, wouldn't he?
CFAX.
All you had
to do is go not, and you defeated him. Really fucking easy.
But you could book. I'm not going to talk about that.
But you had to obviously go through Buster Bamboozle. You had to do all that.
Yeah.
Or was that teletext? Which was sexier or racier? Which was the best, teletext or CFAX?
Perhaps tell us in the comments. Tim says people don't know what 888 means. It's true.
No. That
was the sex line, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know, John. I was too busy watching documentaries about Sister Wendy.
I was too busy masturbating over pornography. Next page 501. What was 501? Was that the jeans?
was
Is that where you
that?
bought your jeans? Bamboozle.
Yeah, Buster. Was it Buster Bamboozle? His name?
Bambaboozler.
Bamba. I thought it was Buster. Or it might have been Bamba Bamboozle. Buster Bamboozle. Well, someone will know.
Is called CFAX, as you see facts.
That's true, Tim.
Oracle would be the Dutch uncle. Was Oracle Channel 4, wasn't it?
Oracle.
I might be making that up. Tell me what Oracle was.
Was that Channel 4? Was that Channel 4's version?
Bamboozle was teletext. I trust Tim on this. He's basically Wikipedia.
Yeah,
so.
no, you are. Yeah, you are.
Bambaboozler was Channel 4 only. So Oracle was in Channel 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did porn on CFAX. You had to reveal to see Blocky Mitch. Who's the baddie in Tron, of course. 501 was entertainment. 666 was racing. The number of the beast, my friend.
Wow.
The number of the beast, literally the number of the beast, because it's got horses. Oracle was ITV.
I'm glad we're bedding all this down.
I'm glad we're getting it sorted now. Now we can go and look at it. Because it's not like it's been gone for like 25 years or whenever it went. When did it go? Tim, when did it go?
Yeah, Tim, when did it go?
There we go. Channel 4 and ITV shared Oracle and teletext.
I don't remember Oracle at all.
She was in The Matrix. She comes in and says, do you want to go and see a sport this weekend?
Do you want to go to a sports bar?
There's a local club near you that they want a footballer this Saturday.
You can go to 2 nightclubs near you, Hammers or Spanners.
I'll go to Spanners.
Really, I'll go to Hammers and I'll meet you halfway through the night.
CFAX was how I discovered my beloved Ipswich Town and just conceded 9 goals against Man United. Grim. Horrible memories, Matt. Sorry to bring it up.
Yeah, geez.
It went in 2001, so it's been gone for 19 years, and we're here in the year 2020 talking about teletext.
Wow, thank you, Ward. That's a beautiful fact.
I've still got a CRT telly, true story. Simon has still got a cathode ray tube telly.
Wow.
Weighing on page 39 and 44 for that holiday. Let's not go all Peter Kay. I think it might be time, just because we've got such a packed show.
Yeah.
For some Tales of the Unexpected.
Let's do it.
Just before anyone who hasn't been watching lately, Paul and I raided Roald Dahl's shed after he died. And from what we could recover, we recovered some of his unpublished Tales of the Unexpected. And tonight we're going to tell you some more.
Yeah. John, I'd like you to launch us off.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. This one is called A Stitch in Time. Veronica Stitch was the greatest business person in London. She had awards and was being headhunted by all the big businesses to head up their businesses. However, one day on a simple helicopter ride to a business meeting, she was mysteriously transported back to the age of the dinosaur and is now a dinosaur's accountant.
A cautionary tale. And no mistake. This tale is called Check Fate. Ethan Butterscotch has cheated and deceived his way to the top of the international chess tournaments. But so has his opponent, the French number 1, Claude Saint-Cyr. That night, Ethan coats his opponent's chess pieces in an odorless, colourless poison. But that following morning, Claude paints the chess pieces from white to black and vice versa. An hour before the game, Ethan performs his pre-match lucky ritual and ends up poisoning himself by accident by popping a pawn up his arsehole for good luck. Oh, I mean the horror when you
Jesus
find
Christ.
that out. Find that out after 24 minutes.
I imagine John Mills walking in and saying, "Gentlemen, the tournament will," and then it'll cut to like Sylvia Sims going, "Ah!" And then you'll see his arsehole with
Who's the wife going, "Oh, my beautiful husband,"
and him lying there with a pawn sticking out of his arsehole.
Yeah, like that.
Horrible. Right, this one is called Flip Flops. Joe Flops was excited. It was the end of another summer season in Blackpool, where he had sold out night after night with his exciting ventriloquist act, Cheeky Flip and Funny Flops. However, while sat in his dressing room drinking his traditional nightcap of brandy, he began to hear voices, but not his, and no one else around either. It was coming from the doll, who it quickly transpired was in fact Russell Grant.
Well, all I can say is yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this next tale is called Donald Fuck.
Sorry, what's it called?
Donald Fuck.
That's not getting on ITV. But yeah, go on.
Lonely Planet journalist Kieran Welk has been fired for missing deadlines whilst out in Kenya in Africa. Furious, he decides to walk to the closest pub to drown his sorrows. En route, he comes across a termite mound in the exact shape of his hero, Sally Gunnell, holding a duck. In his anger for losing his job, he kicks the termite mound in a fury, destroying it. When he arrives at the pub eventually, he's horrified to discover, whilst watching the BBC World Service, that Sally Gunnell has suddenly lost both her arms and legs, which have been amputated by a genetically modified mallard. I mean,
that is bone tingling.
Yeah.
Absolutely bone tingling.
Bone tingling. John, okay. What have you got for us?
This is called Cooking for Wange.
Say cooking for
Wange.
One.
Like cooking for one.
But Wange.
World-renowned celebrity chef Harry Wange was having a problem. On the one hand, he had to be live on air in 5 minutes to present a show about the best way to cook a duck. And on the other hand, he had somehow, during the advert break, turned into a duck with a giant pair of tits.
I remember there was a spate of that sort of thing that used to happen in the 80s. I remember there was an episode of Ken Hom, because we're live at home, and he used to say, join me after the break where I'll be making a lovely wonton soup. And it came back and he had an osprey's cock. Now, my next story is called Wait a Minute.
Okay.
They say that the best things come to those who wait, but not for Brexit voting Nigel Farage supporting pensioner Sidney Stilton, who has been waiting for over 43 minutes for the number 7 bus, only to be struck by lightning, pickpocketed by a gang of youths, and blinded in one eye by a falling salmon dropped by an exhausted kestrel. Then the bus turns up, upside down.
I mean, upside down buses is terrifying in itself before you get to anything else.
Dreadful. I mean, I don't even know how you need to get on. I mean, top deck's bottom deck.
Exactly. It's a world gone wrong.
I don't know where you are, do you?
You have to send that bus to Australia to right itself.
Well, John, can you add more levels of peril and terror to this evening now with your next tale?
I'd like to think I can.
Okay.
This is called a rough deposit. 4 bank robbers in a car.
Oh, God.
4 bank robbers in a car.
Oh, God.
4 bank robbers in a car.
Oh, God.
4 bank robbers in a car.
Christ.
4 bank robbers in a car.
Yeah.
And they were all ghosts of Lionel, Hitler's favourite chimpanzee. I'll make that the last one I do of bank robbers in a car, I promise.
I don't think that will be the last one. Now, this next story is called She's Nuts. Are you ready? Pamela Fondlehorn. You probably should have been in James Bond films, but there you go.
Yeah.
Pamela Fondlehorn suffers from a fatal nut allergy. She is very careful about where she goes and what she eats and drinks. Imagine her surprise whilst eating lunch in a trendy cafe in Shoreditch and/or Hoxton, where she keels over and dies the death of dies. Not because of the food or the drink, but because the menu was printed in peanut ink. Peanut ink, of course.
Peanut ink. Oh, Jesus Christ. There should have been a warning.
Yeah, well, hence Tales of the Unexpected.
Oh, of course. Okay, well, this one's my last one.
Okay.
It's called...
So this is going to just literally peel the bones off our boobs.
Well, one hopes.
Go.
This is called Dolly Bird?
Dolly Bird?
Dolly Oddlegs was the great punk...
Hang on. Start from the beginning.
Dolly Oddlegs was the greatest punk singer in the world. That is until one day she accidentally walked into a magnet farm and her safety pin nose piercing.
Start from the beginning. You need to start from the beginning.
Oh, no.
Too much to take in.
All right. Dolly Oddlegs was the greatest punk singer in the world. That is until one day when she accidentally walked into a magnet farm.
Yeah.
And her safety pin nose piercing ripped off her head entirely and sent it flying off into the garden of the man that invented safety pins, who was so shocked by the irony of the situation and the guilt that he was suffering, he shot himself with a gun.
That was like going up the Tower of Babel itself. Okay, well, my last story is called Chew.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So let's just see where this goes.
Hmm.
So this is Chew.
Hmm.
Perennial singleton Terry Lavender discovers that his chronic hay fever might have an upside when he learns that actually one sneeze is 1/10 of an orgasm. He decides to test out the theory by having a quick wank in a cornfield. The resulting climax and simultaneous sneezing fit is so powerful that he launches his eyes and balls through the sound barrier. And once more, these will be
Destroyed.
I don't dare even put these in the recycle bin.
I email mine to NASA and they use a laser on them. Apparently.
I send mine to my personal accountant in Switzerland.
Who's called?
Hands everywhere.
Lovely. Right, that's what the comments say about our Tales Unexpected. Oh, sorry, Rolls Tales Unexpected. That's good. How did Dahl find time to write all of this? I don't know. He was a busy man. Diane says she's not going to sleep tonight. That's because she smokes the old crack.
And I'd like to ask you, John, when have you last been to or planning to go to a magnet farm?
I'm going to go tomorrow. Yes, Dolly Oddlegs. Yay! Yes, good Fist of Fun reference. Thank you. I've always liked the name Dolly Oddlegs.
Is that what it's from?
Yeah, do you remember Peter Bainham when he was in Fist of Fun? This Dirty Peter. He made a doll that he was going to market, and I think the last episode, and it was a milk carton with condoms for arms and legs, and a Barbie head, I think, and he called her Dolly Oddlegs.
Dolly Oddlegs.
And it's just a name of that. Fred West runs a magnet farm. He doesn't run anything no more. He's up in heaven now, laughing his head off.
In heaven.
Maybe not. I can't wait to see what the Moomins are shitting on this week. Well, you'll have to wait and see because it depends what the I mean, I don't want to be speaking out of telling tales out of school, but it depends how Paul's psychic Ariel is this evening.
Well, no. To be honest, John, you've not hit the nail on the head. I pick up what I pick up from you.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I'm very much picking up your brain litter, and I just put down what I know you're thinking. So whatever happens tonight is not on me.
No, it's true. It's true.
All I'm going to say.
It's my subconscious, isn't it? Just chucking out.
Yeah,
weight.
it's your id. It's your id again, but in capital letters.
I imagine. Oh yes, I like this. I imagine Timothy West playing every role, especially the last one in the field. So I'd pay good money to see Timothy West sneezing and wanking his eyeballs and balls after breaking the speed barrier. That would be amazing.
I reckon he would do that now.
I reckon it would be one. In 70s and 80s dramas, sometimes they do a freeze frame, but the sound would carry on.
Yeah.
Like,
it was normally a black and white picture of Michael Hordern going.
Yeah, like in Whistle and I'll Come For You.
Yeah, it was normally that.
Yeah, I love that film because he whistles and this ghost just starts masturbating in his room.
Yeah, it just comes all over him.
It's disgusting. Trago Mills is launching a magnet farm for the half term. I think there should be.
Sarah, I hope so.
I think there should be more magnet farms, not just the one I've seen that no one knows about. I think there should be more of them.
Once all this madness ends and we have a bit more free time or whatever, I am taking John to Trago Mills and we will.
And I'll tell you what, where I'm taking you.
Evidence of the whole experience.
You know where I'm taking you?
Yeah.
The magnet farm.
I Hello. Hang on, that sounds awful.
It does sound awful, especially if you've got a piercing in your nose that could rip off your entire head.
It's a good job talked about me Prince Albert then, isn't it? Oh, actually, I've got a reverse one in me bum hole. It's called a Princess Anne.
Prince Andrew, it doesn't sweat. You didn't sweat when you got it put on. When this is all over, of course, we should do.
When it's all over.
After you've gone, we should do a live JP special, shouldn't we?
No, that'd be great. I'd love to do that. That'd be amazing. We've got listeners in Australia and Florida, so if you could be bothered to come over.
And if you don't turn up, don't expect to come back and watch us again. Because we've made effort, and yet you can't.
We made effort.
We made the effort.
Why not you make effort?
Why you not make effort?
I'd like to know how our listeners, viewers are coping during the last 3 or 4 months. What's been going on?
Well,
no, because I've been doing a mixture of. I do a lot of cooking and gardening just to sort of get through, but not obviously fucking working. So that's been the big problem.
Well, I mean, I'm not a listener. Obviously, I participate in the show, but I've been getting through lockdown by just doing a lot of fucking and a lot of dog lipsticks.
Really? Wow. Have Battersea still got that injunction out against you for?
I have, but if I hang her out in the bins when they throw the dogs out, I have them then. It's me and a bloke with a butterfly net who has them for the takeaway around the corner.
Yeah, Bob Turnip.
Bob Turnip, that's right.
Turnip, yeah. 2 P's at the end, though, not to be confused with the vegetable.
He says, not like the vegetable, 2 P's. And then someone says,
hello, not like the vegetable.
And then he says 2 P's, and everyone says, you should get your prostate looked at. And then he tells you that tragic story about how he lost his prostate in an accident.
Have I ever told you about when I worked in as a Victorian bread sprayer?
This is a joke, isn't it? You're trying to go on. No, you haven't.
No, this is genuinely not a joke.
Okay.
I was reminded by something you said. One of my first ever jobs is I used to work in a huge. I'm going to say it wasn't. I'm trying to remember what the name of the company was. It was a company that baked bread, but they baked bread they would then give to Tesco's and other firms, and whatever they put in their bread or on their bread or around their bread dictated on where it went. But these ovens, there are 2 of them, both of them were the size of football pitches, and they would bake shitloads of bread. And on Sunday mornings, they would open up the vents of these huge industrial size bread ovens. And because it was too expensive to turn them off and turn them on again, they would turn the oven down to its lowest temperature. Actually, should be that way to denote lowest. Open up the vents, and then they would get little midget Devonians like myself with air guns to clean out all the detritus from inside these ovens. It was fucking madness. It was like Victorian work, like Victorian child labor.
You'd be a snake man.
Yeah, I would be.
I read this book called The First Great Train Robbery by Michael Crichton about the true story of the first great train robbery in London. And they had a snake man. In the film, he's played by Wayne Sleep. But the whole job of a snake man is being a bit smaller than a normal man who can get in and out of little areas.
Oh, I always assumed that the first train robbery was the first ever footage of film, which was a train heading towards the audience and everyone fled. And then pickpocketed them as they left.
That's the second train robbery.
All right. So yeah, I used to crawl into these industrial size ovens with an air gun and blow off all the crud and the crap from
You used to go into a bread oven and blow off.
I used to blow off every Saturday and Sunday morning in these ovens. And we used to, with little air guns, clear all the shells and all the prongs for the bread and all whatever. But it was already like 80 degrees, even with the vents open, blah, blah, blah. And I had a foreman, and I can't remember his name, but I shit thee not. He had one milky eye.
Mhm.
And growing up in Devon, one day during a tea break, he said, and I shit you not, he said, "Would you like a chocolate digestive with your tea, Paul?" And I went, "Yeah, all right." And he would give me a digestive. And I never said a fucking thing. I think I was about 15.
Okay.
I think this went on for weeks and weeks where he went, "Would you like a chocolate digestive?" And he would give me a digestive. And after a while, I just even stopped. And I'd be like, "No, I don't want a digestive, thank you." Would try and sit somewhere else. But one day he sat next to me during the break, and I shit thee not. This is what he said verbatim. He said, "Would you like a chocolate digestive?" And I went, "Yeah, all right, yeah." And he gave me a digestive. And then he finally said, "I guess you're wondering why there's no chocolate on your digestive." And I went, "Yeah." These words that he says to me next is also the reason why I quit that day. He said, "All the chocolate has melted off your digestive because of the heat from my knob."
Hang on a sec. I wasn't expecting that.
Nobody was expecting that.
So he had so this man had a hot cock.
He had a hot cock. All the chocolate has melted off because of the heat of my knob.
Must have been handy on camping trips. He could have just put his knob in a pan of water. And you'd have had boiling water in 5 minutes.
Beans are ready.
Sausages are done.
And luckily,
No, that's mine.
Uncle Frank's got his cock covered in beans. Oh, God. Honestly, I remember he said that to me, and I stood up and I went, "I think I'm done."
Yeah, I think I don't want to.
I was done.
His pocket must be full of chocolate. Maybe that's what he wanted you to ask.
Hot melted chocolate.
Errol Brown was in there. The reviews are in for our live shows. Idea.
Yeah.
Christ, imagine the fucking mess of that. JP Roadshow's Bogner. Live from Trago Mill. I mean, they should be fucking paying us at this point, shouldn't they? We've got an advert for them every fucking week.
I don't even know if they're still open. I hope they are.
I was going to take my nan to a magnet farm, but then I remembered she had a metal plate in her head and toe filings. She would be ripped in two. She'd be cleft in twain. Can John do an impression of Johnny Rotten on the Bill Grundy show?
I don't know. Can you?
Probably not. I can say
rude word.
I can say shit.
Shit.
Nothing. A rude word. Next question.
Nothing. A rude word. Next question.
No, I can't. Is the answer.
No.
Live from the Slough Magnet Farm. I mean, if anyone wants to sponsor us, I'd be all over a live JP special. Excellent. South London, please. It would probably be London, I'd imagine.
No, I think we should do it in the Outer Hebrides.
Yeah. Well, you live in London, and everything happens in London. And if I did it in Worthing, no one would come.
Worthing.
I got a new. Oh, this is what everyone's doing in lockdown. Here we go. So Dwayne says he's wanking from home.
That's nice.
I should say wanking from home. Matt Phillips has had massive weight gain.
Okay.
Sarah got a new job and about to move house and might have possibly drunk some alcohol. Good.
Oh my God, Sarah P, I want to know more. So you're moving from where to where, and what's the new job? That's amazing. That's like too much happening really quickly.
Magnet Farm, I think.
Right.
I've now played all computer games.
Okay.
I enjoyed a lot of dogging during lockdown. That was naughty. You're not supposed to have dogging during lockdown. No. That was. I mean, the dogging clubs all over Twitter were saying that they were having to pause. So
it's very hard to socially distancely fuck a woman in Epping Forest,
or indeed a man. I've been working like a Japanese prisoner of war.
Actually, men probably have it easier, especially in the homosexual world, via the world of glory holing, where they can stick their cocks through holes in toilet cubicles and therefore have the natural barrier.
I don't think that's exclusively a homosexual thing, though.
Can a man stick his cock through a toilet cubicle in a men's toilet and expect a lady to be passing soon?
Oh, I see what you mean. I just thought
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about that sort of thing.
Supermarkets have the natural perspex barrier, but I'd imagine for the homosexual...
Imagine going to pay in a supermarket and, like, say you've done loads of glory holing, and you know the supermarkets have got the perspex, and then you suddenly have a flashback, and instead of giving them your card, you stick your knob through the hole. Stick
your knob out.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Well, I think we're at a time soon with technology, John, where and I saw that on BBC's Click, which is a superfluous technology show, which is often shoved on the news on Saturday when they got nothing to fucking talk about. And they talk about soon you'll be able to have a little chip in your arm, and you'll be able to use that as an oyster, as a payment card, as whatever.
Sounds good.
So I'm hoping that there will be a man in maybe 5 years who'll be paying for his petrol via his cock.
Love it. Pelvic thrust at the booth. Ben Thomas says, I've been getting through lockdown by not murdering my father-in-law who's been living with. Ben, are you the person who's been talking to us on our Doctor Who side project?
See, Ben, I want to know more. Why aren't you murdered? What's going on?
John's in Range of Dogs.
Yeah, well, that's a very good film. Range of Dogs.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Smash Pod has got me through the last 4 months. Bless you, Claire. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
I did a couple of months portering in a hospital and read Wolf Hole.
Fuck me. Portering in a hospital, isn't that like the danger zone?
I've been rewatching Star Trek Deep Space Nine. You're fond of that, aren't you, Paul?
I fucking love Deep Space Nine.
I've spent lockdown putting my albums into alphabetical order. I file bands starting with by the second name. This was fine until I got all my albums by the band The. Now I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's
isn't the man who went all 5G mad.
That's also a joke from Absolutely and Don and George, but I'll forgive that.
Is Paul advocating wanking through perspex in a supermarket? No, it was me.
Yeah, John's advocating that. Yeah.
My father-in-law was incapable of doing anything without sighing, moaning, and farting. He's a wall of sound, an 87-year-old wall of constant fucking noise. That is written by someone who has had enough of a person.
That sounds like the sort of thing that Carla Lane would send in as a pretext for a new show.
It is Ben. Hi, Ben. Ben's the one who writes this on our.
This is what the show's all about. Oh, Ben, your comments on Wheezing Groaning are brilliant. Thank you, mate. I want to know more about moving house and moving job. I want to know more about that. I mean, that's too.
Sarah says I'm moving from London to London.
From what? But from Twix to Woo. From where?
Those two meme tramps would come if you did it in Worthing. They probably would. You are talking about the Lord and Lady Mayor of Worthing, I'll have you know. So you shouldn't talk about them. Live from Shitland, it's Friday night. I'm not going to play the Shitland video this week because I don't think it's good.
Jonathan, why not? It's wonderful.
Is it?
Yeah.
She said she's going from Northwest 2 to North 22.
Oh, I'm in NW11, which I don't know if that means that we're neighbours or not. Can I come round for a cup of sugar and a cup of cocaine and a cup of money?
Cup of cocaine, I reckon she'll do. Ben says, cheers both. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for listening to the podcast and also for sending in correspondence in every episode.
No, we like that a lot. You
should all listen to Wheezing Groaning Sound, whether you like Doctor Who or not. It's basically the only Doctor Who podcast. And it's funny. It's really funny. Mainly because of Tom Neenan. I like Shitland. Please play the Cannonball Ape.
John's obviously got that queued up, ready to go.
Absolutely not. I have not.
I'd imagine this is what Priti Patel had playing just as these immigrants reached our shores.
And before anyone says anything, yeah, there he is. I'm gonna, because it's 10 o'clock now. We've only got an hour left, and we have got not joking, we have got a packed show. So I'm gonna give us a game of Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
So good to be able to get Bob Hoskins to do that advert before he died.
Can we get the telephone lines up?
Sorry, beg your pardon? Telephone lines?
Let's get those up.
They're now open. So if you want to ring, it's 0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second. Please ask permission of the bill payer. And remember, don't phone in. It's just for fun. So here we go with this week's Who the Fuck Is That? The rules are simple. I put one to Paul, and if he can't get it, you will jump in. And then I put one to you, and if you can't get it, he jumps in. That's the rules, and that's what it's going to be from now on in. Our first picture this week is for you, Paul Lipton Tree Litchfield.
Yes, sir.
Here you go, my love. Who's that?
Well, I like to say it was a very sort of windswept Alan Titchmarsh.
You're correct, sir. You're correct.
Am I?
Yes.
Fuck.
Well done.
Wow.
Alan Titchmarsh, who of course wrote famously the worst sex scenes in novel history.
Yeah, I grabbed hold of her begonias.
Yeah.
And shoved me fertilizer up a watering can.
I gave her a wheelbarrow up and down the garden path.
Aye, crazy paving all over her tits. I didn't say that.
I screeded her anus. Next is for our friends in the comments. I suspect you'll get this quite quickly, but I enjoy it anyway.
They always get them. They always get them.
They always do.
Oh, well, that's obvious.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
It is, but then when you look at it, you go, it's not, though, is it?
It's not.
Roald Dahl. I love that Roald Dahl. My proudest moment, if I die tomorrow, I love that Roald Dahl shed is a meme now. Ant and Dec. Sarah's correct. It's Ant and Dec. Of course. Even though, if you look at it carefully, they look like neither of them.
Of course. What you failed to obviously also see. Can we bring that photo back up, John?
We can.
That they failed to notice one of the backing singers to Robert Palmer's "Addicted for Love."
That's right. Who is sadly, that's what I meant to say actually, is all the money from this week's episode does go to everybody who from that video who is sadly still addicted to love.
Yeah.
And please dig deep. They need your help.
Yeah, they are really seriously addicted to love.
Really addicted to love.
I mean, there's one of the women from the video who lives nearby. She's so addicted to love. She I saw her earlier today in a skip, and she was wanking off 58 tramps.
58.
Something
needs to be done for these poor people.
Yeah, please. I
mean, Robert Palmer himself died addicted to love.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's before you get to the news of Neil Buchanan suffering a very near fatal heart attack.
There was a brief moment where Robert Palmer was addicted to gloves, and he got weaned off that, which is why when you walk around streets and neighborhoods, you'll find spare one-off gloves in weird locations, often on railings, up trees, on the side of the road. And that was just Robert Palmer trying to sort of wean himself off.
Well, he said to a friend of his who came around,
his glove addiction.
A friend of his came around and said, "Are you still, have that problem?" And he said, "Yes." And his friend really liked having a poo at his house. And Robert said to him, "You're going to have to feces. I'm addicted to gloves." Next one for Paul. Paul,
Yes,
my
sir.
friend.
Yes.
Please, can you tell me who this is?
I will. Fuck off.
No, exactly.
Please fuck off.
I mean, if he wasn't doing that pose, if it was just his face, who would you think?
If it was just him just stood there, he would look like Peter the paedophile from Peterborough. But what he's trying to be is fucking Peter Capaldi being Doctor Who. And I fucking hate that he's doing that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's awful. I like the way, though, his frame has got the plastic things like you're going to buy it and put it on your wall at home.
Utter fuckwit. I hate him.
He is a fuckwit. If you're watching this evening, sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen in our comments, our lovely friends, please can you tell me who this is? Who is this? Who is this? Who is it?
I think it's Dale Winton.
Yeah, it is. It is Dale Winton.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I should.
That's all right. It's all right. I'm sure they would have got it very quickly. That is Dale Winton.
It's right, said Fred. Dale Winton said.
Or
Dale
as Dwayne Hickman says, Dale Winron. Or Patrick. Patrick says, where is he gone? Sorry, this jumps around very quickly. That's Paul Litchfield.
How dare you, sir?
But yeah, everybody got it, so it's fine. Okay, next for you, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, you gypsies.
You Zipsies.
You
Yes.
Gypsies, you Mancunian
Yeah. You
Spangled-
Devon Mancunian
Spanglenet.
Spanglenet. Yeah.
Who's this?
That looks like the guy who was falsely accused of being a pedo and then went into hiding and then subsequently suffered from major psychological abuse and felt suicidal. But it's maybe not him. That looks like, I mean, Terry Titmouse. I don't fucking know. Hang on, let me have another look. Roger Rastamouse. I'm gonna go with
Rasta Mouse.
Roger Rastamouse.
Nobody's got it so far. Someone says the corpse of Rick Mail. No, good guess.
No, it's nobody.
It's not
Rick
Pete Beale.
Stein.
No.
Um,
Am I going to win? Am I going to win?
Is it Roger Thingy Allen?
No.
Okay. It looks like nobody. It looks like the ghost of nobody's no one.
Yeah, it does, but it's actually supposed to be somebody.
And also he's got purple tits.
It's got purple tits. That's not a clue.
That's not a clue, everyone.
It is not
Please,
Terry
people.
Wogan. It is not Tony Blair. It is not Peter Serafinowicz.
Nobody yet has ever failed in saying who the fuck is this.
They have. They have. When you weren't here, when it was Dan Thomas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got one through that no one
Who
could
did they
get.
not? Who was that? Can you remember?
I think it was John Leslie, I think. It's not Sven-Goran Eriksson. Good guess.
That's an
It's
amazing
not
guess.
Bill Knight.
E.
It's not David Gilmour. No. It's not David Bamber. It's not Keith Allen or Jerry Francis. I'm going to have to tell you all, aren't I? It's
Yeah, you
not Dan
are.
Thomas.
But you're going to have to tell us all on the pretext that this guy looks nothing the fuck nuts.
Okay, I mean that's straight out of the gate. I'm going to tell you this guy looks nothing like who he's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, and he's expecting to make money
Yes, he is. And he's
doing
not
doing what he's doing.
Daley Thompson.
Daley Johnson.
A couple of people said Christopher Lloyd. No, it's not Christopher Lloyd. Should I tell you who it is?
Lloyd.
All right.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Everybody, set your keyboards to caps lock. I will tell you who this is. Ready?
Mhm.
This is Leslie Grantham, aka Dirty Den.
Well, he needs to be doing that.
Yeah. Or saying, "This, my sweet, is a letter telling you that I am Leslie Grantham. Happy Christmas."
This, my sweet, is a fucking promotional passport picture of me not looking like myself. Happy Christmas, Ange.
This is basically the reaction. Fuck off. What is it? Fuck. What the fuck? Bollocks. Fuck off. Fudge off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it's not, is it? It looks nothing like him, does it? Really?
No.
Yeah, no, that's not him. Okay, so I won one.
This,
Okay.
my sweet, is an edition of Connect 4, except there's only 2 fucking trolleys available for the fucking plastic discs.
Happy
No
Christmas.
one can ever win. Happy Christmas, Ange.
Right, Paul, this is for you.
All right,
Who's this?
bring it on. Oh God, there's 2.
I think it's the same person. We're just giving you different angles of her.
I like the fact that it's her, and she's also showing a picture of a police photo when she was arrested for
Dogging.
fellatio on the A38 just outside Didcot.
Dan Thomas has got it.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the Nolans. No. Angela Lansbury during her
Not
highly
Angela Lansbury.
sexualized years.
No.
No, I haven't got a fucking clue.
It's Lulu.
It's not fucking Lulu.
Or as Dan Thomas would say, the L's use. Love you, Dan.
It's not.
Yeah, so that is Lulu. Okay.
It's Lulu. It's Lulu.
This is for the comments.
All right.
Please
Go.
tell me who's this. I think you'll get this immediately.
Well, I think I know immediately.
Do you want to say, because the comments got you before?
I'm going to say it's Bill Oddie.
It's Bill Oddie, the previous owner of your bicycle, which now...
Yeah, it's Bill Oddie. Lovely Bill Oddie.
Yes, that was some Welsh racism from me. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm very sorry. But if you put L-U-L-U, it's kind of... Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of quack, quack.
Which was the thing they used to play on the Welsh version of Family Fortunes when you got something wrong. Lulu.
Everybody's got so. That's what they're trying to say in Family Fortunes. That it's Lulu. Right, last one, Paul.
Yes, sir.
For you. And then after this, we shall move on. Who is this?
Oh my god! I don't know who it is, but I fucking hate him so much.
Isn't that second picture very Partridge?
I loathe him so fucking. I think he's trying to be Jonathan Ross.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, everybody. That's a very good week of
That was good. That was good.
Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
That was a really good week of what we just did.
It was, wasn't it? I wanted to have the jingle ready, but I didn't. All right, get off my case.
Hey.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, I'm just going through the comments. Everybody got it with Jonathan Ross, so that's all good. Dwayne said Jim Carrey. So there we go. So okay.
I'm gonna proffer something now that will probably be a very unpopular opinion. If you had to list like your top five comedy films, the films that make you consistently laugh, what would they be, John? And I'm not putting you on the spot. I mean, I'll offer things like, obviously, there's certain, like, I probably have to throw in The Producers.
I can think of three straight away.
Oh, go. Give me a three.
Life of Brian.
Yeah.
Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah.
Trading Places.
Okay. Yeah. Lovely.
I've got a little comedy section now. Spinal Tap.
I'd shove in The Producers. Obviously, I'd probably go with What's Up Doc, which is something that nobody's ever seen, but I adore. And probably... Anyway, one of the films I would shove up in my top five, because you mentioned Jim Carrey, is Ace Ventura 2.
Oh, no.
Honestly, it makes me howl with laughter. There's like three gags every minute. 3 gags every minute in Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
I genuinely, it's my guilty pleasure of like unremitting laughing joy is Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls. I fucking adore it to the point of mania. Oh, don't hang yourself, John.
No, I was going to mention a film that's very underrated, and it makes me laugh like a goon.
Which is what?
Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie.
Oh my fucking god! Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie is something that if you don't know Tim and Eric, then correct that. In fact, if you go onto all 4, they have all of Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
They do.
Which is worth it just for the opening sequence of the show alone, because it's like a 2 Ronnies, but with the glasses and their heads and their eyes removing themselves.
And that episode where they did it like Saturday Night Live, but every guest is them in different haircuts.
My fucking god!
It's amazing.
And Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie is worth it just for the very first second no, first 20, 30 seconds where they do a big piss take of all the different film companies that make a film. So you're like, is the film started yet? Is the film started yet? And that goes on and on and on. And then you have, then you have the Chef Goldblum, which is
Hi, I'm Chef Goldblum.
which is Jeff Goldblum announcing himself to the film, going, "Hi, I'm," and then reads the graphic that appears. I'm Chef Goldblum, which is amazing. And then you have Shrimp, and if you've not seen Shrimp, it's the most upsetting thing you'll ever watch.
That's the bit of the film I don't like. I have to be honest, but
yeah, well, Shrimp's my favorite bit of the entire film because it's so upsetting.
I'm not the world's biggest Will Ferrell fan, but the bit where they go meet Will Ferrell and he asks him to watch Top Gun twice in a row is really funny.
Yeah, Will Ferrell runs an abandoned
mall
that's overrun by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim and Eric turn up to meet the owner, who's all cocky, and he goes, "Hey, have you ever seen Top Gun?" They're like, "Yeah, I've ever seen Top Gun. Do you want to watch it?" They're like, "Yeah." So they watch it, and then right at the end, he goes, "Hey, you want to watch it again?"
And then they say, "What, like now?" And then he's got that desperation in his eyes. And he goes, "I really love Top Gun.
I really love Top Gun."
A lot of people are saying Naked Gun and Airplane. I would agree, actually. Naked Gun. I can't pick my favorite out of the 3 Naked Gun films. I love them for different reasons.
Yeah, it's really hard, but also I think I genuinely have more of a love for the Naked Gun TV show.
Police Squad.
Yeah, my favorite ever joke one of my favorite ever jokes is where Frank Drebin, where he's investigating someone and she says, "Meet me in the Japanese garden," and then it cuts to all these Asian people stood in pots.
In pots, it's fucking amazing.
I mean, it's
got the best joke ever.
Japanese garden.
The locksmith joke's the best joke.
Locksmith joke's fucking amazing.
Who are you and how did you get in here? I'm the locksmith and
I'm a locksmith. That's fucking incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. But when you watch sorry.
I'm just trying to think of my comedy films. The reason why I love Ace Ventura: Pet Detective so much is there's just so many stupidly, brilliantly well-observed, mad jokes in it.
All I remember, I haven't seen it for a long time, but all I remember about the second one is that it feels like he's really high.
I think it's better than the first film.
I'd need to watch it again. I haven't seen it.
So much better than the first film.
There's a good call. There's a good shout.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
We've talked about this film a lot. We love it.
Why don't we drink some very sexy wine? That's amazing.
And shit. Oh, shit.
Anyway,
I always get this wrong. John LeMessurier says, "Woof."
Yeah, John LeMessurier at the beginning goes up to Queen Victoria and goes, "Woof," and she goes, "Oh, shit." But also, come on and hop, come and do the kangaroo hop, hop. That's a very thing to do. If you're over 80, you go once in a while.
But hopping around the parlor is the very next stop. Come on and hop. Anything with Madeline Kahn at that time was good, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's greatly missed, old Madeline. She was great.
Okay, John, we need to now settle some naysaying about my psychic abilities. Now,
we do.
We have been trying this now. Maybe this is the 3rd, 4th, 5th time now.
I think it's the 3rd.
3rd time now. No, the first time I remote viewed you with a sealed envelope.
Yeah, it's the 4th. You're right.
Mary Berry with penis for hands.
Yeah.
Second time was
I did a house with a swastika on it.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the 3rd time we have Moon shitting on the East Island heads.
That's right. I did a cat with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. So I've realised what's been going wrong because every time I've been doing this, I've been asking you to do something specific.
Yeah.
So this time, I don't want you to draw anything specific. I want you to come up with whatever you feel the need to draw. There are now no rules to this. I want to open up our psychic bridge. Oh, do you have a jingle for this? I believe you do.
I do. Should we crack that off?
Yeah, do that now. Thank you. I mean, let's not cheapen this. So, all bets are off now, John. I really want to get right up into your fucking third eye. And to do that, I've asked you before to draw things specifically. I can't say that word. I just want you to just freeform, just draw whatever the fuck you want, because I'm going to pick up on that. So I've got my paper and my pen, and I want you to start drawing now.
Okay.
I'm picking up on your. It's a very strong connection, John.
Oh, good, good.
Trader Mill's got a great deal happening. Get on down and I'm not quite done. Can you just flesh out your picture a bit more, a little bit more detail? I already know what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fucking obvious. You're so easy to fucking read. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I've got it. Just a little bit of detail there on the hair. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, so John.
Yeah.
We've made a few foolish errors trying to make sure that everyone understands that we have a psychic connection. And I think the problem has been that I've given you far too much instruction and detail. So this time I've decided to let you do what you want to do. That means that the psychic bridge is very wide, which means I've picked up exactly on what you've drawn. I have to say, odd choice, but here we go. We will reveal our identical pictures on the count of three. Are you ready, John?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Right. What have you done, John?
I've done a cute bunny rabbit.
Yeah, bunny rabbit. I've done SpongeBob, and he's putting a landmine onto Lovejoy's head. I mean, look, it's a really fucking good SpongeBob.
It's amazing. Has he got? No, he hasn't got his knob out. That's fine.
No, I didn't get. But
can we see Lovejoy, please? Can we see Lovejoy?
Lovejoy there. Season 1 to 4 before he had the haircut.
He had the haircut, yeah, sure.
But so I was really getting SpongeBob leaping and putting a landmine onto Lovejoy's head.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a bunny rabbit.
Yeah. Okay. I
guess we'll try again next week.
Yes. Yeah. Fine. But I mean, this is what you were thinking.
It might have been. I don't know. I mean, it's
you were thinking Lovejoy and his craggy features and a landmine and No, it's fine. It's
honestly fine. I mean, they're very similar.
It's fine. It's just
it's very similar in a way.
Okay.
I mean, when you think about it, SpongeBob, is a very kind of rabbity character.
Yes.
And Lovejoy is into antiques. Who can?
Are you doing this on purpose, John? Are you trying to throw me off
No. I'm clearing my mind as we start. So
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, look, time's ticking on. It's 22:25
yes.
GMT. I managed to persuade a friend of mine to come on the show this evening.
Oh yes. You mentioned this. I'm really excited about this, everybody.
Yeah.
Go on. You explain.
Well, he's I only met him via my stepdad's community service. Blah blah blah. And he lives in Cornwall. And he writes erotic fiction, which I believe we're way past the watershed now.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I've just been told that he's now here. He doesn't have long with his variable internet Wi-Fi connection, so he'd like to come on. I said you can come on now and read some of your stuff.
So does he need to use your headset?
He will need to use my headset. If you could just sort of set the scene, and then we'll bring him on. Is that all right?
I'll tell you what. You go and get him, and I'll set the scene.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited about this because Paul is, via his family connections, has sent me lots of his friend who's called Sean Goose. He writes some incredible erotica, and I'm a big fan of general erotica. So Paul's been sending me this erotica, and I said you should get him on. You should definitely get him on the show. And so we're really excited that we're going to present to you this evening Sean Goose's Tales of Erotica.
Hello, am I on? Oh, I'm on. Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Goose, and I am a Cornish writer of erotic fiction. I'm the 22nd most popular writer of online erotica, currently working at a St. Ives. I did slip down 4 places because of Mary Bent, who is also an online writer of erotic fiction, but she laminates her knickers and sends them to you as a bookmark. So she's always got a bloody step one up, hasn't she? I primarily write erotica, not sexy stuff, erotica for people. I suppose my best known stuff is my James Bond based erotica, with my character known as James Gunn with 2 N's. He's an erotic spy who has sex with women on behalf of the Queen. And he lives on MOD property inside a giant gun, actually. But that's something that I haven't really fleshed out. So I write online erotica. I write erotica about vampires, about robots, about cars, weather, and homos. But I'm going to read one tonight about my James Gunn character, who's like a James Bond spy. And I need to stress this now. It is not pornographic. It is purely erotica. I mean, erotica is everywhere at the moment around us. And you can create your own erotica when you're walking down the street. For instance, you can walk down the street and you can see boots, but you, in your erotic mind, can change the name of boots and call it boobs. You know, or you could go to Tesco's and call it 10 cocks. I know. I don't make up the rules, but I'm going to read to you now some of my erotica from my James Bond erotic series, James Gunn with 2 N's. And I hope you enjoy it. And it goes like this. James Gunn finished his gourmet falafel and waited and waited and waited some more wait. It was another hot, sticky night in London, 38 degrees, and getting hotter by the minute. Getting hotter by the minute. The kind of night where you really wouldn't want to sleep in a hat. The kind of night where you wish that the blood in your veins was made of ice or wind. James took another sip of neat wine and glanced at the naked supermodel laying next to him. She looked peaceful, like a nun made of fabric conditioner or a fountain on a holiday. They had made love 3 times, once on the bed, once in the bath, and once nearly in mid-air. James had offered to go a 4th time, but she had declined for political reasons. James knew that she was a spy. He had noticed the miniature camera in her thong and the small gun hidden in her mouth. He did not yet know that he would have to kill her yet then no. The night was young, but tinged with danger, like a puppy full of fireworks or something. For now, he would wait and see if she would make her move. He glanced at the beautiful double agent. Her body shimmered with sweat, and her bright red nail polish glittered in the half-light like tiny runway lights for small planes that could land to and fro on her fanny. Not that her fanny was in any way a small functioning airport. It was way too good for that. If her fanny was anything, then it would probably be a coastal walk with a really good pub at the end of it, or one of those independent zoos where you're guaranteed to get a good picture of the lions. James lit up a champagne cigarette and admired her sleeping body's body. Would he have to kill this sleeping body's body when it was all awake and dangerous like some pate made of knives? Maybe he would. Maybe he would not have to wood. Until then, he admired her in her bed. Her ankles were like 2 breasts that had somehow evolved back into ankles. Her legs were long and lean and had the colour of slightly gone-off gammon. Her navel was neither an innie or an outie, if anything more of a just finey, with just enough room to fill with water, a small amount of water, like a small swimming pool for an ant, or the perfect size to rim a tiny glass of salt as a margarita for one of the borrowers. Her breasts were like the Medusa, in the sense that if you stared at them for long enough, you would turn into a concrete erection. They lay like 2 sleeping mow rats in a nest made of candy floss. Her nipples were small and hard and erect like 2 fucking big gay acorns. Suddenly, she moved her arms across the pillow. Her hands slid between the silk sheets as if looking for something. As if looking for something, said James. She slowly rose out of the sheets like a dirty lift and turned to face him. I was only looking for my lipstick, she coyly replied, like margarine wouldn't melt in her mouth. A lipstick, you say? Replied James, no doubt with a spear hidden inside it. Oh, you're far too clever for me, James Gunn, she replied with her reply. I am clever, actually, said James. I got a first at Oxford whilst actually studying at Cambridge, smiled James with his answer to that. She made it... Oh, just make it quick, James Gunn with 2 M's, she spat. I think you owe me that. I'll make it quicker, said James, but know this. It is not something that I will enjoy. James pulled out a gun, quicker than a leopard on a hovercraft. You even never asked me my name, she said. And I never will, replied James. Is it Claudette? Close, replied the woman, whose name was Janet. It's Linda. 5 minutes later, and it was all over. James had shown mercy and decapitated her in her sleep. He slipped out the kitchen of the Holiday Inn and slipped into the night like a leopard getting off a hovercraft. James Gunn paced the familiar streets of London, lost in his own amazing thoughts, and found himself climbing Nelson's column in Trafalgar Square. It was easy for him to climb the column because he was a spy. He sat next to Horatio's fat granite head and lit another champagne cigarette. John Noakes had climbed this once for Blue Peter. It seemed like a fucking lifetime ago. James glanced at his watch. It was 4 a.m. St. Swithin's Day. A busy day for MI5. He had to go and teach the Queen her monthly karate lesson, then have a lunch with Ken Hom, TV chef by day, but secret Chinese informer in counterintelligence by night, when he wasn't putting a horrific modern twist on dim sum. Afterwards, he would sit for a portrait by the disgraced wretch that was Rolf Harris. Rolf was in a safe house underneath Ripley's World of Adventures, or believe it or not, James had ordered or been ordered to eliminate Rolf Harris. He was going to do it with an extra leg. Thank you, everyone. I've been Mr. Goose. Thanks for listening to me. Goodbye. It's very hot. Goodbye.
I don't care where you got him from. It's just he's a bit weird. Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? I mean, Christ. Paul, what did you think of that?
Well, I owed him a favor. I wasn't sure what that was all about. Airports like fannies. I mean, I don't quite know what was going on, but it was nice to see Sean. He's like a really old friend from way back when.
He looked very well.
He looked okay, didn't he? Yeah, he looked okay. Crikey. He might be back. He might not be back.
I'd love him to come back because I don't know if it's common knowledge, but I have had erection problems for a long time, and now it's fixed.
Solved. Really? Wow. That's amazing.
I mean, that's the common thread throughout here. There's people saying, I'm tingling.
Tingling, says Katie.
That was worth again. Ben says, my nads are spent.
Brilliant. So you've...
And Claire says, where's it gone? These all jumped around again. Claire says, I need to clean my couch. Christ almighty, that was hot.
Yeah.
So if you could pass that on to Mr. Goose, that'd be lovely.
I'll try my best.
I'd like to hear more about James Gunn. I don't know if you know, but I'm quite interested in James Bond, so it was really interesting to hear about James Gunn.
Well, that's exactly why I brought him
with
on.
two ends.
Yeah, two ends. I thought that's why I would bring him on, because I think there was that sort of weird link. Yeah, he does write an awful lot about his gentleman spy, James Gunn with two ends, who has sex with women on behalf of the Queen.
I'd love to hear it, but unfortunately, because time is against us,
yes,
we're going to have another round of Blankety Blank right now.
Oh my fuck!
Yeah, we've only got 20 minutes left.
All right.
So I'm gonna pull at the. If you could all pull at the cord and ring for our dear Terry, we might see him in a minute.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
Billy Dainty,
Blankety Blank,
Janet Brown,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
Cyril Fletcher,
Blankety Blank,
Rula Lenska,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
Paul Daniels,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
Tessa Wyatt,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
and here's your host on
Blankety Blank.
Terry.
We're going to skip all that because the time is against us, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm pleased, nay, I'm honoured to welcome to the show this evening Sir Terry Wogan.
How be thee, John?
I'm very well to see you.
I tell you what, I very much enjoyed the show from up on Cloud 9.
That's been good this evening, yes.
It's been a lot of fun. Hotel Avasti, by the way. Hotel can't stay for long. He's currently in the middle of a rather angry game of hopscotch with the old John Belushi. Oh, yes. Problem with those John is it's all scotch and no hop. Now, because he drank a lot. Now, we're going to be playing a game.
We knew what you were saying.
To explain that. Now, so we're going to be playing a game of Super Match. So the first person to type in woo wow 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 gets to play the old Super Match, and I'll be checking the spelling. Stum 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 Stun, stratospheric, stun,
Terry, while we're waiting for the comments to catch up.
Oh, yes, sir.
Which John am I this evening?
What John do you want to be?
I'd love to be John, Bergerac, John Nettles.
I anoint thee Sir John of Nettles for this next
Okay,
round.
and our first player this evening is Patrick McHugh.
Patrick McHugh with a perfect spelling of wow, 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 wow. Now, Patrick, very simple here. Here we go. Let's reveal the legend. Thank you, Eugene. The legend is Lost. Lost blank. So, John Nettles. What say they?
Well, Terry, when I'm working on Bergerac and Midsummer Murders, they say that all property is theft. And I'd investigate that. So I'm going to say property as in lost property.
Lost property from old Nettles. Hotel is probably going to go for something that he only knows too well, which is lost luggage. Something that I've had to deal with in Paddington, Euston, and all the other Monopoly boards.
I'd imagine particularly when you're doing Eurovision and you have to travel to all those locations.
Oh, absolutely. The only thing Hotel needs is a bottle of scotch and an alibi. Now,
so Patrick, waiting for your answer, Patrick. Again,
Patrick, you go with old...
It takes me a couple of seconds to machete my way through the jungle of comments as they pop up, so bear with me.
You can go with John Nettles' lost what?
Property.
Lost property, or Hotel's lost luggage, which is almost the same thing, really, when you're splitting the old atom. But
pretty much.
Listen, Patrick, you can come up with one of your own if you really want to win the old Super Match.
And I am checking, Patrick.
It's entirely up to you.
Not seeing anything yet, but again, it all... Oh, here we go. Lost Magistrate.
Lost Magistrate. That old popular cry that used to go up in the 1970s around Old Fleet Street. But let's find out what the most popular answers were from 50 to 100 to 150 blanks. Now, for 100 blanks, it is, of course, Lost Casserole. You know, when you lose a casserole.
It happens.
Perfectly obvious.
You put them on your windowsill to cool down, and some ne'er-do-well steals them.
1 minute they're there, 1 minute they're gone. Now, for 100 blanks, we've had Lost Casserole. Let's see what we got for 100 blanks. It is, of course, yes. Pretty obvious, really. Lost Casseroles. Casseroles.
Casseroles. Let's call the whole thing off.
Never mind there, old Patrick. You might be able to win it there.
I'm sure you'll win, Patrick. I've got a feeling.
You might be able to win it there. But this, of course, was the most popular answer that we asked around schools, nunneries, and community centres. The most popular answer was, of course, Lost Foreskin. When you lose your foreskin.
It happens.
There.
It happens.
Which does happen. I'm sorry about that, Patrick. You haven't won the old Super Match. No one's won it in a while. Old Tel needs to go up and check on old JB, John Belushi. Because as far as I'm concerned, not only has he drank the scotch, but he snorted all the lines that we put down for the hopscotch. So all tells off. Avanti!
Avanti, Terry, and remember, next week you could possibly win this.
Welcome to the journey of a lifetime. Shetland. Why travel to expensive places like the Bahamas or Hawaii when you can have paradise for £6 a night?
Yeah, do you need the
Peugeot chalet systems, shared toilets, fixed windows. Some are broken. And don't let Junior spend the entire holiday playing on the arcade machine.
Whatever you do, don't mention the AIDS.
Okay, I won't. It's AIDS free now, okay? Fuck.
John,
There we go.
We need to mop up with comments, but as we mop up with comments, please can I go quickly to the loo because I'm going to die.
Paul, go to the loo before you die. Hi, everybody. It's me, your favourite one. I'm here to talk about your comments. No, I did Shitland again because I'm a bit of a whore and I saw everybody was saying they liked it, so I put it back in. I'm a shittish National Party member. Shitland rocks. Thanks, Dwayne. You're always a friend. Pontins. Some of those were from Pontins. At least at Shitland, you don't have to quarantine when you return. True. Hurrah! Someone says, and it's jumped away again. Hurrah, Shitland! I need to book for the end of August. £6 a night. Not bad. Looks better than the set BBC bill for Eldorado. You're quite right. It does. Al Qaeda had a hit with the theme for Moonlighting. No, they didn't, Tim. How's the old Mellon inquiry going? It's going well. We've handed it over to Boris Johnson, who promises that it'll be released soon. And they looked for pants and they didn't find them. No, sorry. They didn't look for pants and they didn't find them. Fuck. I liked it better before it was AIDS-free, didn't they? It was a bit of an outbreak there. It wasn't very good. Paul is only really 5'7". I don't know how tall Paul is. I'm 6 foot. And even though the revelation came out about his tiny feet, I've never noticed that he's small. So I don't think he's small. How is your hair? Annoying. I need it cut again. When is Hugh Grant giving evidence? When isn't he? I'll ask you that. Who was your favourite Chock-a-Block presenter? It's Fred. I loved Fred. He had a little car and everything, and it was lovely. Paul, who was your favourite Chock-a-Block presenter? Fred or Carol Leader?
Fred, I'd imagine. Fred. Had to be Fred.
As if his little car he drove it on.
He drove in on a little car.
He drove in on a little car.
A little dinky.
Yeah, little dinky, but enough about that. When will you do Smash next? Loving the content, I will subscribe. Smash, I've got about, sorry to do Smash stuff on ahead, but I've got about 6 in the bin that I did during lockdown. But I just, because I'm doing a lot at the moment, every Smash Pod episode. I'm a busy boy. Every Smash Pod episode takes like a day to edit. And I got to the point a couple of weeks ago, and I just thought I'd like a few weeks off.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. But me and Paul should do another one soon, because we did have one in mind, didn't we?
We did. We should do that.
We will do it. Paul, are you 5'7"?
No, 5'6".
I was saying this, but while you weren't here, your revelation last week about the small feet.
Yeah.
I have been to many pubs with you.
Yeah.
And many places with you, and I've never thought you're small. I don't think you're
really
small. Yeah. Okay. I'm 6 foot, but I don't feel like you're smaller than me.
Are you 6 foot on the
dot? Yeah.
The dot? Wow. No, I do. It's weird because people can't really tell, but I do have like the tiniest. I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing to. Oh, fallen over. There's just nothing to my feet. They are like little.
But I've never noticed ever. I've never thought. I mean, I've met people. I'll tell you who I've met. I've met Adam Buxton and John Holmes. John Holmes, the teacher. They're small men, and they'll be the first people to tell you they're small men. and I've towered over them, but I've never felt like that with you. I've never felt like I tower over you.
Yeah, there you go.
But when I met Buxton, I was literally like, he's there on me, so it was a bit weird.
So he's at nipple. He's at nipple level.
He could suckle me easily. I mean, if that gets you going, everyone at home, go for it. John and Paul better than Derek and Clive? No.
Well, I love the sentiment, but oh god, no.
I'd love us to do a podcast where we just get drunk and swear at each other. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah, well, I'd happily do that. I could do that to you on social media anyway.
Oh, we pretty much do. Too right, take a break. I'm not going to take a break for the summer. Maybe just a few weeks. I've got some good ones in the bank. Some people you'd be interested in. Some people you would. No, you will be interested.
Oh, have you got some famous folk guesting?
I have. I'll say no more. But one of them lives in
Charles.
One of them lives in a room next door.
Oh,
hello. Show us the Litchfield Souls. No. John and Paul better than Derek Griffiths and Clive Dunn. More like it. Although I would say once again, no. Derek Griffiths, brilliantly talented man, as was Clive Dunn. So
I like Derek Griffiths a lot on Up the Chastity Belt. Yeah. Frankie Howard has to go to the Crusades and he meets him. He's the.
Although I can do kind of Derek Griffiths. I'm drunk, so my timing's off. But he did kind of like Under the Tum, that sort of thing. I'm too drunk to play guitar.
Well, the fact that you could even make a noise out of it is rather good.
Hey, I can do more than that when I'm sober.
And the fact that you keep it on a meat hook.
It's on a guitar hook, on the wall.
Oh, it's on a guitar hook.
There's a guitar hook, We all have that.
Where do you get a guitar hook from?
From a shop?
Yeah, but where do you go to get a guitar hook?
I work for a musical instrument company that sells shit like that.
Oh, fair enough. So you just steal them?
No, I bought it, but you clip it to the wall and it stands up on the wall.
Yeah, but you didn't buy it, did you? You just fucking nabbed it from work.
I purchased it.
Where's your fucking harp hammock?
I haven't got a harp hammock.
Where's your fucking oboe papoose?
I was trying to do Tickle on the Tum, Katie, by the way, but I forgot.
Tickle on the what?
I forgot the chords for it. There's a Derek Griffith song. I just cut my guitar. I can play my party trick if we're on till midnight. My party trick is that I can play any Beatles song. That's my party trick. But I'm not going to do that this evening. Yeah.
All right.
But it's not going to happen tonight. I'm drunk.
Oh. Can you not do one?
What, the U2 song?
No, but do the one Beatles song you're most confident with.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know them all. How about that?
Yeah, with diamonds, brilliant. Yeah, the Happy Asian.
No, we couldn't do this now. I'm too drunk.
Yeah.
Another time.
Another.
It's too late. We're literally off air in 7 minutes. Let's not use up our time.
Right. Well, we need to mop up now. We need questions. We need to chill.
Throw us some questions. Come on.
We need to sort of put a lid on this.
You know what I'm thinking as well?
What's that?
That the drawings you do for your psychic readings. Do you keep them?
I do. I'd like to maybe do them for charity at some point.
I was going to say exactly that. Wouldn't it be nice to have that where someone can bid on them and the money goes to?
Maybe I'll do.
I mean, we make jokes about a funny charity. I mean, like a proper charity.
No. I was probably thinking of something like Macmillan because they helped my mum before she died of cancer 3 years ago, so 4 years ago now.
I would support that. My mum went through a similar thing last year. So
yeah. So I'm ashamed to say that I think I might have destroyed my first two. So
I've only got last week's and this week's, but maybe we'll put them as a bundle together.
So I'm keeping now. So we've got Moomins shitting on Easter Island heads, and and of course I mean, look at the detail in SpongeBob.
Are you telling me that Dalek with tits has gone?
Dalek with tits has gone, I'm afraid.
All right. Well,
so
I'll tell you what. I'll chuck in
Lovejoy.
I'll chuck in Rabbit and the cat with the Eiffel Tower last week.
Maybe we'll get 3 or 4, and then whoever bids the most for Macmillan.
I mean, presumably,
I used to do coffee mornings, but I'm not doing them anymore because I don't like people around my house ever, and certainly not during COVID.
Well, I'll tell you what. If there's anything that comes out of this show that we do every week, and I do get questions every now and then from people saying, "What are you two going to do when, whatever we're going through finishes?" What the legacy of this show should be, I think, is that we raise some money for charity. That'd be lovely.
Well, I'm presuming the legacy of the show will be some sort of 9-10 a.m. show on BBC 4.
Well, that'd be nice, but that's not going to happen. Is it?
No, probably not.
No. But I would very much like it is if we were to pass something off and raise, even if it's just a little bit of money, just for cancer charities.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really good for me. It's very close to my heart. So that'd be good, and that means I don't have to do another Macmillan coffee morning because I did one, and like all my friends turned up, and that was amazing. But I couldn't wait for them all to fuck off. There was too many people in my flat, and I was really annoyed.
Well, let's do it this way. We'll set up.
All of you fuck off.
When we finish this series or whatever we're doing, because presumably, is it next week or the week after you're in Greece?
Is this our first series?
Yeah. No, is it next week or the week after?
I could do next week, and then I'm away. But I think I'm away. Greece still seems to be okay. But
that'll be fine.
There was in the news today, if you're in Zante and you want to go to a disco, you can't. So, it's all very,
Dan says he would like a Criterion Blu-ray box. Dan, I'm going to hit you up for when the week pulls off. I'm announcing it now that when Paul's away, I'm going to have Dan on because there's no one else.
Dan would be perfect. And if you're happy to do it, Dan, that would be really lovely of you.
Yeah. I'd buy that for $1, Dan. The Criterion box.
$1.
So we're off in 3 minutes. So it just remains for us to say, Katie Cook, happy birthday.
Yeah, massive birthday for tomorrow.
Sorry you've had a rough time, but we've been here to remind you that life is stupid. And everybody else, thank you so much for joining us every week. The numbers go up and up every week, and it's really lovely. But at the same time, all the same people are here. So
we've had a few messages from people who are just really just sort of like going through the mill at the moment, and that's just really lovely to know because
it's the common denominator of lockdown, isn't it? Everybody
fucking mill at the moment in our own little ways, and I always feel like, oh, woe is me, life is just boo-hoo. And then someone sends me a message going, "Oh, I'm in hospital dealing with this," and I go,
"I'm ill." Okay. Yeah.
Shut up! My life is fucking a walk in the park. So to hear stuff like that is fucking so lovely, and thank you so much.
We're on the same boat, but the difference is that
the love boat. No, we're not.
Soon we'll be making another run.
Soon we'll be running aground in calm. But
this all started because I was bored one night and I just suggested you and I chatted on StreamYard, which Dan introduced us to, so props to Dan.
He did. Thank you, Dan.
And it's lovely to have you all here every week, and I'm quite drunk, and that's what you all tune in for, me and Paul being quite drunk by 11 o'clock. But we love you all. And we'll see you next week.
And also, I'll give you this vital information. I haven't even had dinner yet.
Why not?
Because I was doing stuff and bits and bobs, and it just crept between that hour where I didn't have enough time to sort of organize myself. So when this ends, I'm going to hot foot it to my dindins.
What is your dindins?
Dindins is a homemade chicken Kiev.
Oh,
I know. With Rusty, well, not Rusty, Hasselback potatoes. You know Hasselbacks?
I used to play for Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Where you take a potato and you slice it like so, but not all the way through. So when you cook them, they splay out.
Oh, wow.
With garlic and cumin and a salad. So I'm going to be doing that a lot.
It's not, I had a takeaway Thai pad. No, it's a pad Thai.
Thai. Oh, a pad Thai.
It's lovely. As Tom Baker would say, "Oh, goody, goody,
goody, goody." I love a pad Thai, John.
Anyway, Paul, we need to go. But Paul, love you as always. Love everybody in the comments as always. Thank you so much for all being here this evening. And I think this was a very nice show in terms of us all being lovely together. So I'm going to say good night.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you next week.
Love you. I've always loved you.
Good night, everyone.